What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Man, so Jermall Charlo said that he'll fight Demetrius Andrade. He'll fight Chris Eubanks Jr. Who else he say? Demetrius Andrade, Chris Eubanks Jr., David Benavidez. And he said Oscar De La Hoya. All right, he said he'll fight all them De La Hoya, Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade, Oscar De La Hoya, Chris Eubanks. Now, Chris Eubanks ducked him. You know, he didn't make it a real big thing neither. You know what I'm saying? I don't see he really went off of Chris Eubanks. Chris Eubanks, you know, ran and he went to Katie Sutherland. So, and I didn't see Jermall Charlo really go off on him like that. So, it wasn't no, to him it really wasn't no big deal. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I mean, Oscar De La Hoya, I mean, hey, I ain't mad at him. Get your money. Charlo got a solid resume. You know what I'm saying? Charlo got a solid resume. But he just missing them, just like Crawford and Errol Spence, he missing them big names on there. And De La Hoya not going to come back out versus him. He didn't come back versus Vitor Belfort. And guess what? I don't freaking blame him. You know, I don't blame him. But, I don't blame him. But, you know, nonetheless, let's talk about it. Check out the boxing news, middleweight boxing news. Thumbs up the video, share the video for all. You know, for help me grow the channel. Yeah, man, I got a new gig. I'll be starting in the morning. So, whew. And I start working out this week, man. Bro, I'm sore dog. And then Miles' mother has some more puppies, and she's stuck up under the shed. So it's raining now. I'm about to go grab her up under the shed. So I mean, it is. You know how it be though. He didn't even know she had the puppy, so I gotta go grab. I might have to go out there and grab her, boil some chicken, get her. But yep, sorry for the late uploads. My last 3 days have been literally hectic. But you know what? After today, if I ain't gotta go out there and grab her under that shit, which that's about to be some bullshit. But after today, I'm relaxing. But nonetheless, by my problem. But yeah, I said before, Eubanks ran off already. Yup, Chris Eubanks already ran off. So I mean, it ain't much to speak on that tip. He ran off already. He ran off. So, you know, Eubanks want to go fight Conor Benn. Y'all can talk all that shit about Demetrius Andrade, but he ducked Jermall Charlo. But Jermall Charlo really ain't desperate. It's just like Georgia now, bro. They got speed meters and cameras on the freeways now. It's just like Georgia. Crazy. I still flinching for a ticket from Georgia. But yeah, you know, Chris Eubanks, y'all know what it is, man. He don't want to be. He just like in the same category as Charlo, in my opinion. Because, you know, these niggas are football players, other athletes, and they just in it for the money. That's it. They really don't have the hunger to be real fighters. And then maybe that's one of the reasons that I like Terrence Crawford and Arthur Beterbiev and the Newey so much. It really ain't about, and Steve Foden, it really ain't like guys like that. Just if you ain't really about the national what background, what nationality they are, that really matter. You know, I always like to root for the brothers. There's been some occasions where I rooted against the brothers, not gonna lie. They're one of my favorite fighters. You know, other than Rigondeaux, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was rooting for Rigondeaux. But I'm going to root for him damn near every time, to be honest, other than outside the Rigondeaux fight. So I ain't going to lie to you, bro. Like, I went with Tyson Fury over Dylan White. So I'm just keeping it 100 bun. Sometimes I will go for the other, but it ain't, you know, but some of my favorite fighters, Newey and Fulton, bro, I'm just going to be a fan. My fandom is just going to be a fan. But sometimes I got to pick against the brother sometimes. Sometimes you got, to be, the honest breakdown. But him and, Chris Eubanks, he don't want to fight nobody. He might be an option for Bud after he get done with Conor Benn. So everybody chasing money. The daddy boys chasing money. I ain't mad at it. I had one talk a while ago with one of my homies. He trained in Philly. He was kind of explaining like he don't really blame some of these fighters on how they move. He said he really don't blame them because he know amateur and you struggling and you got to raise money and all that shit. So I ain't really mad. It's like any other job, bro. You working at, I don't know, Walmart, you making $15 an hour, let's say 20. And somebody come in, it's a similar job now, offer you 40. Hey, you go to Walmart, like I got offered 20, what can y'all do? And they probably gonna be like, bye. Here's what it is. Because they'll swap you out. If you ain't getting the job done, they'll swap you out. So it ain't, it's business on both ends. But him and Eubanks already ran from that shit. Look for Eubanks to fight Terrence Crawford pretty soon. Vincent Lam already brought it up, and I'm pretty sure he's down for that fight. I think Eubanks got to get a belt to make it worth Crawford while. So, Oscar De La Hoya, it is what it is. I feel him. I'll fight Oscar too. I let Oscar beat me up. Got to watch your playing war. I don't hear you watching. I ain't had to say, beat your, they were. I ain't gonna say that. Ain't gonna be working. He gonna listen to us dropping the top of the rail like, whoa, CJ, he gonna text me. Pause. So I'm not gonna make that mistake. We all gunshot on the show. Shout out to New York City, man. Love y'all out there. But yeah, Demetrius Andrade is Demetrius Andrade. De La Hoya, good. Fight De La Hoya. De La Hoya might have a little success versus Charlo early on, but Charlo just too young and strong. That's all it is, and yeah, that's a lick. Charlo take 90-10 from De La Hoya. Remember that number for later today. Charlo take 90-10 versus De La Hoya? Shit. Hell yeah, Charlo take 90-10. Charlo take 90-10 in the New York quick second. Fucking New York minute in New York second. He take 90-10. But De La Hoya already knew he knew when he pulled out versus Vito Belfort, it wasn't the way. He ain't gonna do shit, but hey. I'm talking about Demetrius Andrade. It's a fight everybody want to see, not named David Benavidez. I think even more than David Benavidez. If Lara get a title, and Andrade get past Janabek, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Why not Charlo and Andrade? But Charlo not calling Andrade name, knowing he got a mandatory defense. Now, Bob Arum, they gave Bob Arum a couple $. He'll let Janabek wait for the winner. 2 belts better than 1. What Charlo gonna do if he wins? Probably drop the belt and move up, fight Andrade. So, because he ain't looking to unify 3, 4, 5 belts in the division. He might. I don't know. Let me not speak for that man. But that's the fight everybody want to see. Even Lara get a belt. Lara, Charlo, Andrade, Janabek. That's a nice little round robin right there. Honestly, real nice. Cuban. You got 2 brothers, and you got somebody from Kazakhstan. Who ain't down to see that? Who ain't, but he know I'm not aware if he knows, but he might know that Andrade got a mandatory. But then again, how could he? My Andrade out here calling out Chris Eubanks. So Andrade only bargaining chip is that WBO belt. Andrade keep going the way he's going. He gonna be fighting on the Detroit Brawl card. If we being honest, he gonna be fighting on the Detroit Brawl card real soon. So he keep trending the way he trending, he gonna be on the Detroit Brawl card. Real talk. He gonna be on the Detroit Brawl card. But that's a good fight though. Why not? Charlo inactive, Andrade been inactive. Ain't no excuses. But Al Heyman gonna allow Charlo to get in there and rumble in the jungle with Demetrius Andrade. He gonna try to sacrifice him to David Benavidez, which is another good fight. But yeah, Andrade got a mandatory. Chris Eubanks trying to fight Conor Benn. You gotta wait. If you Charlo, if you really, even though he said he not gonna fight Jermall Charlo years ago, because he said their families play together and all this type of crap, right? And they cool and he's training Ronnie Shields, but Charlo, every time you get the Super WBA belt, it's gonna make a lot of sense. Already got a good storyline in on it. It's good all access. Great storyline. So I mean, it might make some sense. So Lar got to be in this discussion too, especially if Triple G vacate the WBA, which it ain't no reason for him to keep it going to 68. When you're 40 years old, you go to 68. Do you really want to come back down now? If he continues to fight on, he might come back down. But all them years at 60, he never wanted to move up. Triple G is no different from Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. Nigga, throw him on the list, Timothy Bradley. He's a mercenary. Throw him on that list, Bradley. He's a mercenary. 2. But he don't put Charlo in there with no left-hander. But it might be the time now. Andrade big and he might take a little less. If you win, maybe get a deal with PBC. Fuck it, let's do it. But Charlo timing, knowing Andrade got a mandatory, maybe they're willing to pay Genovic to step aside. If you Genovic, 2 belts are better than 1. And you get paid not to do nothing. And if they drop the belt or they get stripped, you're the champion. So we are the champions, my friend. You're the champion. The champ is here. You know what I'm saying? Go back to comments on the champ is here. So that make a lot of sense, and then you continue on. And you look and you say David Benavidez. Benavidez just did an interview with the Porterway podcast yesterday. And he said that, he want Jermall Charlo. Sometimes he DM Caleb Plant. Shout out to the Porterway podcast, all them over there. Sometimes he DM Plant and all that type of stuff. And he said sometimes he can't respond. How he's planning and all this. But he said they scared to fight him, and that's the bottom line. So, of course, Jermall Charlo saying all this and turn around and give y'all a Montiel trilogy. His words don't mean shit right now until you do it. And that's not just because it's Jermall Charlo, because I like Jermall Charlo. I like the Charlo twins as fighters. I like Jermall Charlo when he chilled without Jermall. Straight up and down. I like the way they fight. Don't get me wrong, but I got to keep it real. PBC words don't mean shit. I used to like Errol Spence too until he turned flawed and turned into Keith Thurman Jr. and not want to fight the best. And everybody say, oh, you switched up because you ain't like so-and-so. But now, years later, y'all seeing the proofs in the pudding. I ain't gonna never not like another nigga because another nigga. That don't like really, unless you my brother. You know what I'm saying? My brother beefing with you, or my pops, my mom beefing with you, then, I don't know how I go. I'm riding with my family. That's just life. We can be cool, but, I'm riding with the famo. I don't get down like that, bro. I try to be solid, bro. And niggas get mad and shit we talk to, I just space myself for people, bro. When you ready to, talk some sense, better than me ready to whoop your ass and shoot your ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense. I separate myself. That's how I cut niggas off. I ain't got time to be arguing with no nigga, nobody. I just, you know what I'm saying? But as fighters, man, I like Errol Spence as a fighter. And when he get in the square circle, hell of a fighter, and definitely got a hell of a chance to beat Terrence Crawford. Jermall Charlo, man, freaks of nature, bro. Love them niggas, but when you be constructive criticism, when you crack a joke, them niggas want to get mad. I feel you though. You know how much constructive criticism I got when I came on YouTube, and I still get, hey, you got charged to the game. If I stop to argue every nigga on YouTube, man, like, bruh, I wouldn't have no time in the day. So social media. The one thing that's been a positive impact to me on social media, the biggest thing, also connected with some of my friends still. The biggest thing that's been the positive, it's taught me patience, bro. It's taught me not every reaction deserves a reaction. At one point, you disrespect me in school, we was fighting. Win, lose, or draw, we was fighting, bro. Like, I didn't take no. At one point, I was a high head, bro. Right around the 5th, 6th grade, I was a hell of a high head. I never asked what was though, but as far as when I went home, but I love to fight. My dad wouldn't let me box though, too extended. Box a little bit, but behind his back, but won't let me box. I love to fight, nigga. That's what I wanted to do, bro. I didn't go looking for a fight most of the day, but if a nigga say what's up, I turned down one fade in school because I just came back from suspension. The nigga name was Emmanuel. And turn around, Emmanuel, I guess it was one of them days for Emmanuel. He was looking for a fight. This nigga named Demetrius, I forget his name, big ass nigga. Emmanuel was on top of that nigga in the bathroom. I wasn't there, but you seen the aftermath. And they said, man, it was pop, pop, pop. beating his ass, and the nigga he lifted a manual, tossed that nigga, and somehow his head cracked on the toilet seat. All you see this nigga look like Rich Porter or like Mitch and Paid in Full with the Band-Aid on his eye, and the ambulance came and got him. And nigga talking about, I was winning this shit. I was like, my boy was saying, my nigga Sydney was saying, well, anytime you go to the hospital, you leave bleeding, nigga, you lost. So yeah, you know, I always be like that, like the Charlos, but you know, discipline, you know, got me in the right direction, to be honest. Put me on the right track. But, you know, with him and Benavidez, bro, his word ain't no good, bro. Until you get in the ring with one of them niggas, and not name Oscar De La Hoya, and not name Chris Eubanks neither. Till he in there fighting Demetrius Andrade, or he in there fighting David Benavidez, I believe it. When I see it. Not in the lead up, not in the build up, not the press conference, not when he announced that he signed the fight on the press conference. None of that shit. None of that. I believe it when them niggas in the ring and they touch gloves in the middle ring and they say ding, ding, ding. Matter of fact, when them niggas exchange punches is when I believe it. Same thing for Crawford and Spence. When them niggas exchange punches, I believe it. What that nigga mad about? Did you drive slow? Old ass nigga, get money. Something stank over here. But you know how I go, but nonetheless, bro, I believe it. When them niggas fight, I believe it. And he fight either or now. Now he get De La Hoya. I ain't mad at that nigga for fighting De La Hoya. Go get your money, nigga. Go get your motherfucking money, fight De La Hoya. If it's a lot of money in Eubanks, go get your money. It's better than Montiel Trilogy. Go get your motherfucking money. But, you know, until you step in there, Andrade and or David Benavidez, bro, or somebody of that caliber, you ain't gonna never get your respect on these YouTube streets. You're not gonna get your respect as a Hall of Fame fighter. You right there. Unification, a big fight, you right there. You know? Your brother, he a Hall of Famer right now. You older, but you gotta catch up to him. But it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal in the description. You know, other than that, man, hit my link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all that stuff. If you want to reach out for whatever reason, question, video request, chop it up, business inquiry, Twitter and Instagram is the only way. The only way you can get to those links is through my link tree link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls guys think in the comment section. Peace.